see people popping up. I wonder if I should do an all call or is there a phone? I think this phone's still connected. Montfort Heights, if you can go live, that would be great. Thank you. You guys will help me read the chat. There's 5 people. Hi, who's watching? Nobody. Yeah, there's 3 people. Oh, Miss Mellencamp, Mrs. Miller. Hi, Miss Ricketts. Losacker, Yorio, Fricky Wessel. Hi, everyone. Here they are. Now they're coming on. All right, we're ready to go. If you don't know some of the faces here, I'll let them introduce themselves. I'm Mrs. Randall.
I'm Miss Tway Hughes. I'm Mrs. Benoy. I'm Miss Habanier's intern.
All right, so let's talk about how we're going to get through this school year, how we're going to get through life, what kind of choices we should be making, and who we want to be as people. Does that sound like an okay thing to do? We're going to talk between YouTube, and you guys are going to talk to each other in your classroom. So we're trying something new. Boys and girls, I hope you give us your full attention, and we're going to get started. When I look at everything that goes on in the classrooms and kind of what your teachers are sharing about the great choices, the not so great choices that we're making here at school, 2 of the biggest things I hear about are respect, and that's respecting your teachers, your friends, people who maybe aren't your best friends, and just the adults that are at Montfort Heights. Raise your hand in your classrooms if you think that respect is something that some people probably need to work on, maybe even yourself. Okay. And the other thing that I hear a lot about is work completion, or just participating in class and just doing what you come to school for, to learn. Those are 2 of the biggest things that we want to talk about. So the first thing I think we should focus on is respect and respecting others. What I'd like you to do right now in your classroom is to talk about what respect looks like and what it sounds like. So right now, turn and talk to somebody next to you. What does respect look like and what does it sound like? Come up with at least 1 for each with the person next to you. What does it look like to you? What to you? Using manners. Other people's perspective. Okay.
I would say it sounds like please and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you're sitting in class doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay. All right, boys and girls, stop where you are. Go ahead and share out as a class. Make sure you raise your hand. What does respect look like and sound like? And teachers, as your students share out, can you please type some of their answers in so all of the other classes can see? And we're going to write some on the board on what respect looks like and what it sounds like. Being nice. Oh, it's going to show up backwards for you guys, but we're going to type it all. We didn't really think about that. Read backwards.
Not rolling your eyes.
Okay, not rolling your eyes. Very good. Helping others. Yep. Teachers, you can kind of share out what the other classes are saying and see if you had some same things in your classroom. Listening to your teacher. I love it. Helping someone. I see a lot of people saying being kind, helping others. Yes. Treating other people the way you want to be treated. Looks like smiling. What does it sound like? I see a lot of looks like. Can someone share me what it sounds like? What does it sound like? Help them if they fall or drop their things instead of laughing at them. Yes. Keeping your hands to yourself. Very good. Sharing toys, saying kind words. Awesome.
Roar behavior.
Roar behavior. All right, Miss Martini's class, you got it. Not talking back. Yes. Respect sometimes sounds quiet. Very good point, Mrs. Fetty's class. Sometimes respecting is just listening. Very good. Sitting quietly, being generous. I love it. All right, part 2. Who wants to play a game? Raise your hand if you want to play a game. You want to play? All right. I'm going to read a scenario. Your job is to check for respect. That's all you got to do. Check for respect. So in your class, real quick, talk about how you're going to show if you check for respect. If you hear respect, maybe you all put your hands up. I heard respect. If you don't hear respect, maybe just do a sad face. And then we're going to talk about what we need to do to fix the scenario. We got to fix the problem. So I need listening ears. I need listening ears. Here we go. The teacher told the class to line up. Samantha wanted to stand next to her friend, so she bumped into 2 other students pushing to get next to her friend in line. Check for respect. If you did not hear respect, I need you to talk as a class. How do you fix the problem? What should Samantha have done? Talk to your class. And teachers, when you get an answer, if you could share out what your solution is. Say sorry. Yeah. Go to the end of the line. Yep. Ask if you can stand by her, and maybe your friends will be like, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and go in front of me. Listen to your teachers. Talk it out. Say, excuse me. Yes. Say, excuse me. Use your manners. It's just basic manners, okay? And sometimes we don't mean to push into people, but if I just, and I don't say sorry, what do you think? Did I do it on purpose if I didn't say sorry? Maybe. She doesn't know. You got to apologize. Be kind to others. All right. So let's hear as a whole. Check for respect. Was there respect shown in that scenario? Yes or no? No, there wasn't. All right. Scenario 2. You want to read it?
Kim and Dina were arguing over who is better friends with Beth at recess. Sheila heard them arguing and told them that everyone can be friends with Beth. It really shouldn't be something we argue about. Let's go play.
Check for respect. Was there respect in there or not? Talk about it with your class. We'll read it one more time to you. Kim and Dina were arguing over who's better friends with Beth at recess. Sheila heard them arguing and told them that everyone can be friends with Beth. It really shouldn't be something we argue about. Let's go play. What do you think? Yes, there was respect in there. Yep, that's respectful. I agree. Very good. Let's move on to scenario 3.
All right. The teacher asked her class a question after they finished reading a story. Paul knew the answer and immediately yelled it out, even though 8 other students raised their hands to be called on. Is that respectful?
Check for respect. Paul knew the answer and he yelled it out to his class, even though a bunch of other students raised their hand. Video's not working. Yes, being kind. Try and refresh it if the video's not working, guys. No. Yeah, that was not respectful. Talk to your class. What could Paul have done differently? What should Paul have done? Talk with your friends. Talk with your class. What should Paul have done? I'm hoping I hear that he should have raised his hand like everybody else and waited his turn to be called on. Yeah. Okay, let's practice, boys and girls. Teachers, ask your class a question, any question, and let's practice. What do you do when your teacher asks a question and you might really want to answer? Teachers, go ahead and ask a question. I hope boys and girls practice raising their hand to give some answers for that. All right, one more scenario. Here we go. Listening ears. A class was walking down the hall to take a restroom break after specials. A different teacher heard some students acting silly in the bathroom, so she told them they need to get to class and stop goofing around. One of the students apologized to the teacher, accepted responsibility for their actions, and quietly walked back to class. Another student yelled, "I didn't do it, he started it," and stomped all the way back to class. Check for respect. It might be a tricky one. Check for respect. Talk about it, teachers. Shout out your answers. I think there might be 2 answers.
Yeah.
Who's going to figure it out? Who's going to figure it out? Yes and no. Mrs. Martini's class is on it. They have figured it out. Respect for one student. Yep. First student. So one student showed respect, another student didn't. Boys and girls, talk about what's going to happen in that scenario. Because my guess, if I was that teacher and one student said, "I'm sorry," and went back to class, and the other one got a tude with me, an attitude, I bet they might get a consequence. And that student might not think it's fair because the other student didn't get a consequence. But why would the second child get a consequence and not the first one, even though they were both playing in the bathroom? How come only one had to stay and talk to the teacher? Why wouldn't both students get the same consequence? Mr. Smith's right, because they didn't show respect. They weren't getting a consequence for goofing off. The teacher was just giving them a warning. But when they became disrespectful, that's when they ended up getting the consequence. Yeah. Yep. Because one friend said, "Sorry, good job, Miss Smiley's class." Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. We are switching gears. We're going to talk about completing work and participating in class. Teachers, I'm going to ask that we do one more looks like, sounds like. So this time in your classroom, just talk as a group. Looks like, sounds like, and let's share out some answers. Completing work and participating in class. Even just if you're called to come sit down on the carpet in some of our classrooms, and just standing up to go do that is part of participating in class. 5th graders participating in class might be using your Chromebooks appropriately when you're supposed to be typing your answers or, looking something up for a project. Go ahead and share out. What does it look like and sound like? Are you with me, Montford Heights? Maybe you're still talking. There we go. Raising your hand. Sounds like sitting quietly. Excellent. Answering questions on topic. Yes. On topic. Because sometimes we're just saying anything and anything to be silly. Yep. Using our manners. Raising your hand. Manners. Lots of manners. Being kind to others. Listening. Yep. You're doing what you're told. And sometimes it's really hard because maybe we don't love what we're learning about in that moment. We still have to do it. And it's only a short time that you're going to have to do that. Yep. Working quietly. For 4th grade means teachers trusting that students are on task. Yeah, that's huge because boys and girls, you don't want your teacher to have to check on you every couple seconds and figure out what's going on. They're hoping that they can trust you and just expect that you're doing what you need to do in order to learn. Looks like someone trying hard. That is huge. What does trying hard mean, though? What does trying hard mean? I love that one. You got to put the effort in. Yes, doing what you're told, not necessarily what you want to do. Yep, I love it.
Doing your best, trying your hardest. Yeah.
Using time appropriately. Yes. Yes. Not giving up because it's hard. That is huge. You know what, boys and girls, even as adults, there are things every day. And it might be hard. And I don't want to do things that are hard and make me work harder, but I'm never going to be able to do it if I don't try. And so ask your teachers. They have that all the time. And you know what? Even today, I'm going to use an example, Miss Manger. We're talking about using SchoolNet. Boys and girls, do you know what SchoolNet is, where you take assessments? It is hard sometimes to find the right stories on there, and it takes time, right? And so we are trying, and Miss Manger said she's going to keep trying until we figure it out. And that's just life. Things are going to come at you that aren't easy, but you have to try. And when you get frustrated, that makes everyone else around you see it. It doesn't make you feel good inside, and it certainly doesn't make everybody else feel good either. Okay? All right, the last thing we're going to do, teachers, I'm going to ask that you don't have to circle up, but we are going to use the circle model. starting with your teacher, I want your teacher to go first. I want you to share why it's important to participate in class and complete the work that the teachers have for you to do. Why is that important? Teachers start and share your views on why it's important. And then I want boys and girls, you can either just go around in a circle or you can kind of shout out and have students raise their hand. But I'd like to end this chat today with you guys finishing that circle, and I will let you go ahead and do that part on your own. And right before you start that, is there anything that some classrooms, like something really awesome that one of your students said that you'd like to share so the rest of the school can hear it? Is there anything you'd like to share out? Not yet, okay. So once you do your circle, I want you to remember that we are focusing as a school on doing better with respecting ourselves, our peers, our teachers, the staff here at Montfort Heights, and we're also going to work on our motivation and believing in ourselves and just participating and completing the work here, okay? We're keep on going, keep on keeping on, yes.
Taking a school net test for 5 minutes, so.
Okay, all right. Good luck, Miss Fricky's class on their test. Good luck. Have that circle, teachers, so you can talk about it. And boys and girls, we will see you here live again in a week or two, okay? Happy Tuesday. Bye. Miss Sanchez, yes, making mistakes actually changes our brains. And if we don't do our work, we can't make mistakes. Excellent point. Bye, Montfort Heights. See you later.